a lot of Western countries have entered what I call the recognition spree for Palestine. They are actually recognizing Palestine as an independent state. And this initiative had been taken by Emmanuel Macron, the French president, a couple of months back, and along with Saudi Arabia. So all of them have joined this bandwagon of supporting the Palestinian independence cause, like by recognizing Palestine as an independent country following the two-state solution framework. But if we look beyond the surface, if we look between the lines, we will find out that there lies a bigger hypocrisy that they are trying to conceal. How do we see this hypocrisy is by what they are proposing in the name of a free Palestine. So what are the few things that are essential, mandatory ingredients to form a state? Number one, you of course need a territory. Without a territory, you do not have a state. Then the next thing is that you must have people. So you can't just say that I'm the state without having people, without having citizens. Thing is very vital and non-negotiable. That's sovereignty. Sovereignty means you decide what will happen within this territory. You have full rights to make laws, form associations, run your government the way you want to, have an army, have a police, have a judiciary, everything, everything that you need to run a modern state. You have exclusive rights to that because you are a state, you are sovereign, you're free. Now, consider this, that I tell you that you have a state, you have a territory, you have people, but you do not have the right to sovereignty. You cannot decide how you run your government. So you will be dependent on foreign governments for finance, for taking steps, and above all, you cannot have the right to arms. Like you cannot carry weapons, you cannot have an army, you cannot have a police force. So what does that mean? What does that entail? What does that show? It shows that you are a sham state, you're not a real state. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is what the Western countries are proposing for this so-called independent state of Palestine. They are proposing that the independent state of Palestine becomes a puppet state with scattered territories, some part here and some part there, and then have no army, no military, no weapons to protect itself. It should depend entirely on Israel to protect itself. Why? Because they think that if they arm Palestine, that will be a security threat to Israel. Now consider this. Has Palestine attacked any country in the region? Has Palestine ever occupied anyone else's land? Has Palestine ever bombed any other country? Now, Israel has bombed not only Gaza, Israel has been killing people in West Bank, Israel has been attacking Lebanon, killing people there, killing Hezbollah, killing civilians there. Israel has been attacking Syria. Israel has been attacking Iran. Israel has been attacking Yemen. And above all, it has attacked an American ally like Qatar a couple of days back. It has this ability to strike any country in the region with sheer impunity without having to worry about the consequences. Yet, who is denied the right to weapons? If you remember, if you study history, you will see that after the Second World War, after Germany and Japan and this Axis powers surrendered to the Allies denied Germany and Japan the rights to develop their military like before. So there was control. Japan, even till now, doesn't have an army, the standing army. It has a defense force, which is likely the army, which is controlled by the US, but it doesn't have a full-fledged army, which the Japanese are now trying to build. Why? Because they attacked so many countries. This Axis power attacked so many countries. They have committed so many genocides that it is risky to allow them to have a force which they can again use to commit similar crimes. However, in the case of Palestine, they're punishing Palestine, but they are rewarding Israel for carrying out all these crimes against humanity by allowing it to keep its army, keep its weapons. You Palestinians, you cannot have all these things. But yes, Israel, which is attacking the entire neighborhood, can have it because it has the right to defend itself. Palestine doesn't have a right to defend itself. Then what kind of sovereignty are we talking about? What is that we are discussing here? What is there on the table? Now, if we see this, these countries are pushing for Palestine's recognition as an independent state without sovereignty. They're rewarding Israel for the genocide that has been carried on. They are not calling the killings genocide, and they are calling for an end to this violence. All of them. They are saying, okay, end the conflict, let the aid come in, this. However, none of the countries, none of the institutions in the world have raised the issue of holding Israel accountable, holding Benjamin Netanyahu and his cabinet and his far-right rabble rousers accountable for these gory atrocities they have committed, the genocide that they have organized and executed. There is no discussion on who will be held accountable for this bloodshed. For the thousands of children killed, everyone, every culprit, every perpetrator will go scot-free. That's the Western solution to end the conflict. Their only demand is that Hamas release the prisoners. They have taken the prisoners. They have to release those prisoners. But they are not saying who is going to punish Mr. Netanyahu and his cabinet for all the crimes that they have committed. The International Criminal Court has issued a warrant. There have been a lot of chatter about the crime, but there is no concrete step regarding holding these people accountable, prosecuting them internationally, and punishing them for their crimes. What do you think about this? Do you think this entire narrative of promoting the Palestinian statehood is a genuine one? Or do you think that this is a sham statehood that these people are offering? Let me know by commenting below. Meanwhile, you can also check our website on www.eastpost.in to get more such content and read the stories that I have actually right now discussed about. Thank you very much and have a nice day.